To counter claims that they may have exceeded their F1 budget in the year when Max Verstappen won the World Championship in 2021, Red Bull is going on the offensive. There have been rumors circulating in recent days that Red Bull may violate the financial limitations implemented last year, but until the relevant information is released by the sport's governing body, the rumors cannot be confirmed to be genuine. Keep watching today's video as we talk about big cracks at the FIA. Please remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube first. Without further ado then, let's get going. It begs many disturbing issues regarding how F1 teams' budgets are monitored. Is there a leak of FIA-protected material on Formula One? Let's see. If Red Bull doesn't win on Sunday in Singapore, they'll likely win in Japan on the final day of the 2022 Formula One season, giving Verstappen his second consecutive Drivers' Championship. The head of the Red Bull team initially laughed off the allegations, but after giving them some thought, he now suspects that one of the rats is Mercedes team chief Toto Wolff. Do you think it's all just a coincidence? Or do you suspect there's been an effort to undermine the team's accomplishments? The submission between all the teams and the FIA is a confidential one, so we have no idea what the status of any other team's cap is, and the timing is quite suspect among other things. We have no idea what state Mercedes or Ferrari submissions are in. We're curious as to where he got that info. Where did he get that info, and how does he assume he knows what our contribution is? Are questions that must be asked. Mohammed Ben Sulayem, the current head of the FIA, is building on the foundation that his predecessor, Jean Todt, laid. Although he enjoys widespread media attention at F1 races and other major events, the recent escalation of the battle of words between Wolff and Horner has allowed him to get down to serious business. Horner, it's utter nonsense. Horner, needless to add, is adamant that his team has not violated the spending cap rules. Our auditors, one of the main three, gave us the go-ahead back in March, so we know our application is in line with the rules. It is the first year of these budget cap laws, so there are bound to be some teething problems. For instance, we have heard that the FIA has been looking into our organization for the past 6 months. It's utter nonsense. The FIA got in touch with us 10 days ago to clarify some things, as they would during any regular audit. We don't think that's a 6-month inquiry, especially because most of the visitors we've had are passing through on their way to or from Brackley. When we heard that Mercedes had to go through the trouble of making 40 redundancies, which was less than half of the redundancies and suffering we had to go through at Red Bull Racing, it was irritating and somewhat depressing. We are devastated to learn that it is a fabrication. Although we are glad the FIA has now been made public, we are disappointed that at this point, they haven't produced any tangible results. However, we stick with the plan and see what happens. We agree with the idea in theory, but the way rules have been implemented is important to consider as well. In the first year of regulations like this, there are always going to be different interpretations, which is why the FIA has taken its time and indeed is still doing so. We know one team, for example, had a change in its accounting process of dealing with the heritage that was different from the regulations. A response was needed from both Wolff and the FIA when Horner said, "I have seen some absurd numbers being cited, and again, where is that coming from?" We are curious as to your thoughts on this, pals. Leave your thoughts in the space provided below, and if you enjoy what you see, you can find more incredible videos on our channel.